Race 18 about to get underway. It is Senior Rotax, Heat 7, Groups A and C. Here is your starting order. Total of 31 drivers will take part in this race. Pole position will be Jaden Teen, alongside will be Ethan Jeff Hall, Lachlan Robinson and Kai Hilletz on row 2. Matthew Higgins, Zombor Kovac, row 3. Mario Sidler and Colin Vashni, row 4. Kenny McQueen and Devian Horst ran out the top 10. Maxence Bouvier and Anya Levar, row number 6. William Helgstrand and Dion van Verven, row 7. Andrei Petrovic and Arthur Robin rounding out the top 8 rows. Completing the top 20 is Vincent van Kerkhoff and Kaz Boshaus, Sam Bergstein and Leon Zelenko. Rounding out the 31-strong grid, it is Rashid Ghanem, Rafael Jesus, Miro Halika, Brandon Klein-Nagelvor, then Jaden Pope, Andrea Kostic, Alexander Savinkov, Niki Gauci, Magic Hamera, Stephanie Hobeka and Marco Drittenpreis. And I just had an Instagram message from Lucas saying, always watching, thank you mate, see you real soon. Get well soon buddy, look after yourself, I know we will see you back. So another 10 minutes plus an additional lap of racing for this particular encounter. As I said earlier, we've had 6 different winners from 6 different races. So the drivers now getting into formation ahead of this 7th race out of 10 for Senior Rotax. The biggest grid this weekend, a total of 76 drivers. 10 minutes are on the timer. It's down to Jaden Teen and Ethan Jeff Hall to control the pace. They slowly filter their way out of the 12th and final corner, with Marco Drettenpreis bringing up the rear of the field. Into the tram lines, revs rise. Are we ready? Are we steady? Heat number 7 for seniors underway. Jaden Teen leads the field going into turns 1 and 2. Kai Hilletz around the outside, trying to get through maybe into 3rd position. We have had a moment at the back end of the field. Someone is now rejoining. Possibly could be, just judging by the number, that might have been maybe the 318 of Sam Bergstein, who started in 21st. There's more drama happening, and we've got one driver over the other. An exhaust has come off. And that was the 903 of Miro Halika. There's the 382 involved in all of that. That was Alexander Savinkov. Someone has definitely lost an exhaust. And that might have been, I'm not too sure who that was, but whoever it was not at all happy. Jaden Teen leads the way. Second is Ethan Jeff Hall, but now it's going to be Kai Hilletz as he fires one up the inside of the 397 through turn number 12. So, Jaden Teen leads, Kai Hilletz second, Ethan Jeff Hall, Matthew Higgins, Lachlan Robinson complete the top 5. Zombor Kovac is in 6th position, and I think it might have been Niki Gauci's exhaust that came off in the crossfire. So, Miro Halika was over the back bumper of Niki Gauci, and Gauci was the one that was slamming the steering wheel in complete frustration. But the top 6, line astern, coming through out of turn number 7. So looking at who is in the top 10 at the moment, the drivers that have yet to secure a victory. Jaden Teen is one of them. Ethan Jeff Hall hasn't, but now here comes Hilletz up the inside through into turn number 12. A bit of banging of wheels between Ethan Jeff Hall and Jaden Teen. Higgins has won a heat. Robinson hasn't. Kovac hasn't. So 2 drivers out of the top 6 have yet to win a heat here today. Hilletz will want to make sure that he takes 2 wins, and then that puts him at the top of the rankings, so to speak. Nice move there by the 3-6-5. That was Mario Sidler on Caden McQueen. And, well, Caden McQueen is currently right with Devian Horst and Zombor Kovac. Devian Horst now, well, just behind Lachlan Robinson. That is Matthew Higgins. So Robinson now up to 4th. Hillet's trying to push the envelope, push the tempo, and get away from those behind as they come through turn number 12. So Alexander Savinkov and Nicky Gauci out on the spot after the turn 6 exit incident. And now Robinson drops down a position courtesy of Matthew Higgins, looking up the inside through turn number 4. That's Devian Ross who bumps over the curbs. That compromises Robinson and allows Caden McQueen through on Robinson. Now, what on earth has happened to Robinson? He dropped like a proverbial stone coming out of turn number 4 because Russ just launched it up the inside of him. So Caden McQueen got through. So now Zombor Kovac finds himself in 5th position. Caden McQueen now up into P7, following behind Devian Ross, but Kai Hilletz continues to lead. It's now what is going to happen behind. Marco Trittenprice is about to be lapped as Robinson runs a little bit wide. Not too sure if he did that on his own or whether he might have been assisted. Marco Trittenprice stays out of the way, but then goes straight onto the racing line right in front of Devian Horst, and that nearly allows the opportunity for the drivers behind Zombor Kovac and Caden McQueen to get through. Michael Trittenprice just staying out of harm's way, but he can't slow. Well, he needs to sort of try and do his best to keep out of the way. That is a lap down. So that is the Austrian going a lap down in that particular occasion. It's not been an easy one for the Austrian, but Kai Hilletz is not getting away. 4/10 was the gap last time around after the completion of lap number 4. Jaden Teen now trying to become the 7th different winner in as many heats here today at Karting Genk, the home of champions. Caden McQueen, a known quantity in UK karting, now really starting to be at the sharp end of the grid, which is somewhere I know he should be. But he's worked hard with the team at RSC with Robert Schlunsen. Now he's battling away with one of the stalwart Hungarian chargers in senior Rotax, that driver being Zombor Kovac. Jaden Teen is not that far behind Kai Hilletz. The gap between them was just over 3/10. I still remember the time when Jaden Teen ran away with Kai Hilletz's bike at Marienborg last year. That went viral on social media. But Hilletz is all about the business. As soon as the visor goes down, the lights go out. He is one of the front runners in senior Rotax, showcased what was capable last season. And now with a new team and a new adventure, it has changed everything in terms of how he's done. Oh, right. 915. Anya Levar, that looks like. She is pointing the wrong way on the exit of turn number 9. In the meantime, Jaden Teen has lost out 2nd position to Ethan Jeff Hall. There's also another car. That's Vincent van Kerkhoven. Oh dear. The Belgian driver from GKS has also been in the wars, and so he looks to be out of the race. So we have lost the following drivers: Alexander Savinkov, Nicky Gauci, Stephanie Hobeka. I haven't seen come through the 3rd sector, so she might not be competing in this race anymore. Marco Trittenprice is a lap down. Anya Levar and Vincent van Kerkhoven are out. And now a change for 2nd again. Jaden Teen better watch himself, because this could be the moment for Matthew Higgins to get through on the inside of the 380 from the Netherlands. He thinks better of it on this particular occasion. Devian Horst and Zombor Kovac have pulled away from Caden McQueen, who currently still holds a tight grasp on 7th position. Now, a defensive countermeasure by Ethan Jeff Hall. Jaden Teen tries to anticipate it. Nearly Constantine is the field behind him. And Zsombor Kovac looking towards the inside. There's Caden McQueen. He's going on the undercut on the Hungarian. Great move by Caden McQueen. It's now Jaden Teen goes side by side with Ethan Jeff Hall into turn number 2. And Ethan Jeff Hall loses out not just 1, not just 2, not just 3. It's 4 positions. Oh my goodness, he's right in the crossfire between Caden McQueen and Zsombor Kovac. So now Jaden Teen up into second. Matthew Higgins, Devian Horst make the very, very best of it. Caden McQueen does a very, very good job to get himself into... What is that now? That is 5th position on the road. So the Brit having his best effort so far. Devian Horst up the inside of Matthew Higgins. That's going to make them both run wide. Caden McQueen trying to take some kind of advantage there, but thought better of it. Wants to get a solid result on the board. Does the 9-1-3 from Milton Keynes. And now he looks to the inside of Matthew Higgins. Wrestling with the steering wheel. Zsombor Kovac gets through. And that was Arthur Hobart from PKS Competition getting through as well. Oh, and we've had a moment. We've had a moment going through turn number 3. Turn number 3. And is that Ethan Jeff Hall? It is. Oh, dearie me. That might have been a little bit of a touch between him and Maxence Bouvier. So Ethan Jeff Hall gets back in the cart, and that race is going to be one for the 14-year-old from Lancaster to forget. So Hillitz continues to lead the way. And Hillitz makes his way out of turn number 11. There's Jaden Teen. No win for him just quite yet. Maybe something in the later stages as Arthur Robin makes his way past Zsombor Kovac. And Caden McQueen's going to get a double slipstream down the start-finish straight. Is he going to go for a move? No, he thinks better of it. Waits for the opportunity as we go on to what is now our 11th lap. And so far, well, it was, Ethan Jeff Hall drops all the way down to around 24th position. Alexander Savinkov and Nikki Gauci out on lap 1. Stephanie Hobeker, Anya Levar and Vincent Van Kerkhoff and also out on laps 4 and 5 respectively as Caden McQueen fires it up the inside through turn 7 on Zsombor Kovac. And that's to retake what is 5th position on the road. Time has expired, 1 more lap to go. And Kai Hillitz is on the way to taking the first double victory of the weekend so far. But now Matthew Higgins fires his way past Zsombor Kovac with just a couple of corners to go. Final lap underway. Kai Hillitz has an extensive lead of 1.9 seconds. Jaden Teen and Devian Horst battling away over second place. Top 10 rounded out by Poland's Colin Ważny in the 366. As our leader makes his way through into turn number 9 for the final time. And Ethan Jeff Hall looks to be a retirement. He's pulled that cart into the pit lane. So last year's junior Rotax European champion won't have the greatest score to his tally. But out of the final turn, it's going to be 2 for 2 for Kai Hillitz. But who's going to get the run to the line for second position? It's going to be Jaden Teen, or is it? It is. By 64 thousandths of a second. Jaden Teen takes P2. Devian Horst takes 3rd ahead of Arthur Hobart. Great job by Caden McQueen. Is one of the GKS carts. That is more than likely. That was Jaden Pope who went across the line after going on to the grass. So Matthew Higgins takes P6 ahead of Zsombor Kovac. Mario Sidler, Maxence Bouvier and Lachlan Robinson complete the top 10 provisionally. Dion Van Verven, Colin Ważny, Rashid Ghanem, Leon Zelenko, Rafael Jesus, Brandon Klein-Nagelvort made it up to 16th at the end ahead of Andrei Petrovic, Sam Bergstein, Kaz Boshaus, Magic Hamera makes it to the end and finishes 20th ahead of Andrea Kostic, William Haugstrand, Miro Halika, Jaden Pope in 24th, Marco Trittenpreis rounding out the 25 that finished the race. Ethan Jeff Hall opting to pull into the pits with 2 laps to go. Vincent van Kerkhoffen, Anja Levar, Stephanie Hobeke, Niki Gauci and Alexander Savinkov retiring from the race. With 60% of the senior Rotax heats completed, it was time for race 7. Another 31 of these 76 drivers were definitely up for the challenge of going for the race victory. And there were multiple drivers that were in clear competition with each other. Kai Grillet's one of 6 different winners up until this point, was looking to become the first double winner, along with several other drivers that fancied their chances on this 31-strong grid. It was a great start for the pole sitter Jaden Teen, as Ethan Jeff Hall would look to his left immediately. Lachlan Robinson would try and make good his intentions as Grillet sent it around the outside through into turn 2 on the opening lap. But there were dramas already at the beginning of the running order as the 318 of Sam Bergstein would come into drama. And then this moment here, where over the back of Niki Gauci would end up being Miro Halika, ripping off the Maltese driver's exhaust and then coming into contact inadvertently where the likes of the 912 of Marco Trettenpreis and the 382 of Argenti Motorsports, Alexander Savinkov. Savinkov and Gauci would be out on the spot, the 382 returning to the pit lane. Lachlan Robinson was trying to make some headway until this moment here where Devian Ross bumped over the curbs, compromised Robinson, and then Robinson had nowhere to go and dropped to several positions back, and then even slipped onto the rubber pickup coming out of turn number 5, compromising his tyres. Also, some other drivers getting their elbows out, as Lachlan Robinson again drifted wide later on in the race through turn number 12, with the likes of Dion van Verven getting through, Colin Vajny, amongst others. Ethan Jeff Hall would be interlocked with Jaden Thien with a very, very stern battle between the two, as Kai Grillet would start to open up an advantage. Then Ethan Jeff Hall would send it up the inside of Jaden Thien to get through for P2, and Matthew Higgins trying his very best to try and get through on the Dutchman as well, going into turn number 3. But coming down into turn number 10, drivers were making some robust moves and sometimes being line astern. Cady McQueen from RS Competition also showed his hands, especially showed his hand when it came to this overtake on Matthew Higgins, which also allowed the likes of Zombor Kovac and Arthur Robin from PKS Competition to get through. Ethan Jeff Hall would drift wide coming out of turn number 2, and then contact with another competitor would retire the 397 just a few moments later, as he would get out of the kart, try and get it put back onto the circuit and retire with just 2 laps remaining. Jaden Thien, however, would still continue to battle with Devian Ross, but it came down to the wire as Grillet would take the checkered flag, becoming the only double winner in senior Rotax over the past 7 races, with Jaden Thien edging out Devian Ross for second place on a drag race to the finish line.